What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering, fresh up after I got about a 2-hour nap in between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. this morning. Couldn't sleep much last night. Was hoping, praying that this monster would be caught. And it seems like, unironically, the walls are in fact closing in. We had a report this morning that they had found the weapon, and we're going to talk about that. And we have pictures and surveillance footage to share, as well as a massive reward of $100,000 for anybody offering information for this person to be caught. Now, based on the pictures I've seen, somebody's going to recognize them. It's just somebody's going to recognize them. The pictures are too good, which makes me hopeful that I'll be releasing another video later today talking about the capture of this loser. And I want to give Tyler Bauer a chance here to talk about, he's from TPUSA. He wrote, "Words cannot describe the nightmare of our day. Our entire staff, activists, and supporters of TPUSA and TP Action have endured over the past 24 hours. It has been uplifting to see hundreds of thousands of messages, notes, and comments with resolve to carry on Charlie's legacy that so many of us have believed in for so long. Our hope is that millions of Charlie Kirks in the making were born yesterday and will inhabit the American political space. However, nothing will replace him as a husband and a father at home. We are here with Erica, praying for their family with their 2 beautiful children, and mourn with the entire Turning Point family. Our mourning will produce activism, but today it will be focused on the love that Charlie had for our God, his wife, and children, and for the constitutional republic he believed in fighting for so deeply in that order. Commit to love and grow your family to honor Charlie. Fight for our country to remember him. Thank you to everyone who continues to share positive messages of Charlie in the movement that makes evil distraught and disperse." They show a picture of Charlie here, their vigil last night, all their employees. It says, "May Charlie be received into the arms of Jesus, our loving Savior." Another vigil. We have this, I think, at a college. Pray for the Kirks. This is good to see. And ultimately, I hope that more people will be inspired to become the next Charlie Kirk. Thousands of them. And I know I have been really radicalized, and I can't think of another word for it. When you see somebody you respect appear, somebody that, you've worked with their organization, you see what happened to him in high definition on the internet. I don't really know a better word. I watched that. I immediately decided I wanted to go to church. And hundreds of you have emailed me inviting me to your churches, which is incredible. I have a church local that I'm going to attend, but the fact that so many of you reached out is proof of Charlie's influence, impact. Growing families, fighting for what's right. I'm not the same man I was 24 hours ago, and I don't think a lot of people are. Now, the FBI has released photos of the person of interest in Charlie Kirk's, in taking Charlie Kirk's life. The FBI has released images of a person of interest in Charlie Kirk's attack and offered a $100,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. Federal agents say earlier that they found a high-powered rifle. I mean, it was a 30-06. All these people, everything's high-powered. It's a high-powered this, high-powered that. In the woods after the incident, but admitted they still have not identified the person. The manhunt for Charlie Kirk's assassin entered its second day, Thursday, after the conservative firebrand lost his life as he addressed students. A bullet struck him in the neck, sending the crowd into the panic. Despite frantic efforts from staff and security to save him, he passed away at the scene, which is exactly what I expected. When I saw he had made it to the hospital, I thought, wow, this is really proof God exists. I mean, please, I'm not going to show the video ever. If you feel like you need to see it for your own edification, I can't stop you. But, you could pretty much see they hit the off button. Something in the spine there, base of the skull. It was Looks like they missed, by the way, by a few inches. They missed low, is what I'm guessing. But I knew, even though I said thoughts and prayers and things like that, I just knew in my heart after seeing it, you know, that there was no way he was going to survive that. The FBI has now released an image of the person of interest in their investigation. The photos show a person wearing a hat, sunglasses, and a long-sleeve black shirt. We're asking for the public's help in identifying this person of interest, connection to the incident. Now I'm going to put the picture here just so everyone can see it. Somebody knows this guy. Somebody saw this guy earlier that day wearing this shirt. He lives with somebody. Now it's interesting that he has appears to be an American flag t-shirt. Does not appear to be a woman. This is who the FBI is claiming is a suspect. Pretty grainy from security footage, but matches the description. Jeans, black long shirt, black hat, sunglasses inside a stairwell. Here's the initial tweet they shared. We're asking for the public's help in identifying this person. You can see in the replies, let's see here. Very similar pattern. Land of the free, home of the brave. People are working on the t-shirt. That looks like the shirt. People have already identified the shirt. Can you confirm the shirt has writing on it? It looks like it. It looks like this shirt. Probably. Can't really see if there's writing or not. This is the shirt the person of interest who the FBI is currently searching for in relation to Charlie Kirk was wearing yesterday. The imagery is for disabled veterans. I would not be surprised if it was a veteran. People tell me, Jeremy, obviously, hey, anyone could have made this shot. Sure, if you're an avid hunter, but in that moment, in that high level of pressure from 200 yards, that wasn't, you didn't pick up that weapon that day. This is at minimum somebody who is either trained or practiced a lot and practiced firing from an elevated angle, practiced every aspect. Now, people are sharing this. Is this who you're looking for? If this is just so you should say so. The face looks somewhat similar. But again, be very careful about people sharing images. There's no evidence that this person is. There's this thing that says high school photo of a person. They had a song called Charlie Kirk is Dead at 31 on his SoundCloud. She, her pronouns on Facebook, lives in Salt Lake City, possibly. There is a song called that, and it's by a band artist called God's Finest Scalpel. Now, as far as the upload dates, SoundCloud did show that it's part of a set published on August 7th. Interesting. The upload precedes Charlie Kirk's actual passing on September 10th, which raises a ton of questions whether or not it was predictive, ironic, or just a coincidence. It certainly could be just a coincidence. It could be. People identifying the shirt, people identifying suspect. This is just a person of interest. I use Grok to enhance the photo. On the right is the original. So here is an enhanced version. Now, this does not show any writing on the shirt. Now, this is just AI enhancement. I would say that's a pretty good enhancement, but again, be careful. AI, Now, here's an eBay link to suspected shirt. Just because he's wearing the shirt doesn't mean anything. People saying same facial structure of this individual who has also become a suspect. Omar Galvez, trans individual who deleted their X account yesterday, does have the same facial features. But again, that's for someone who is actually trained in this to find out, not me. Someone forwarded this to me. This user is currently in the voice chat of the public politics discourse called Politics. And they're sharing a picture of the shirt. Again, that just means they own it. But I do think all of these leads need to be followed up. You know, these leads need to be followed up on. I want this person arrested today. Now, or interviewed, right? We don't know if that person is actually the person. The FBI is implying that it is. You know, when you have 50,000 law enforcement personnel looking for you, the odds are not in your favor. I fear what the motive and justification for this tragedy is when it comes to light. It probably will never come to light. I still don't believe this man will be taken alive. I don't believe that we're ever going to get any kind of meaningful manifesto or information. I just don't believe that. You know, I feel like this is gonna. I'm very nervous that this is gonna end up being one of those, 90-year mysteries where we're hoping and asking the government to release the tapes. Many people think there was some sort of government involvement here. I mean, right now, I think there's people that will always believe that the government was involved in this, regardless of what happens. They're allowed to believe that. I want to find this person. Utah is largely a small town. If he's from there, someone knows him and will turn him in. If he's an outsider, he will be tracked through security cameras at airports, on highways, ring cameras, etc. I agree. I think that they're going to have an identification by the end of today. That's what I believe. Is it wishful thinking? Yeah, probably. I'm hoping you can spread these images, and I hope that the FBI can find this individual. That's what I hope. Be careful about sharing anybody's information without saying, hey, look, we don't know anything right now, because we don't. This is the job of the FBI, Kash Patel. This is his most important moment. I want this guy in chains by the end of the day, and I look forward to being able to report on that. Keep it locked here. Anytime there's a major update, I will provide the update here. I also have my second channel, Jeremy Hambly, just Jeremy space Hambly. That's where I'm publishing all the smaller mini updates. So if you want to subscribe to that, it's linked in the description, and we'll talk to you again real soon.